Hi Canada, hi USA. So I'm really excited to be with you tonight. And as Jane said, the part of the presentation I'm going to talk about tonight is about retailing. And obviously there's lots and lots of different ways in which we can proactively build a really solid retail base. But I'm going to talk to you about the ones that I've focused on, that my team have focused on over the last 19 years that I've been building my forever business. Now, obviously, retailing starts with using the product yourself. And we always recommend that you use as many products as possible. There are no CCs in products that you buy in the shops. And so I can say that I've tried, I think, just about every single product in the range. Even the vet spray, and I don't have any pets, so that's another story. But I can tell you about any product in the range through my own personal experience. And on a daily basis, I use over 40 products. So that means that if anybody's got a question, I'm able to talk about the benefits and to answer any questions about the products that I'm asked. So how are we going to build a solid retail base, and a solid retail base quickly? Because particularly when someone joins my team, I want to make sure that they've got money coming into their pocket right away. And so product launches are the very first thing that I talk to with a new FBO, and product launches are something that we recommend everybody does within the team at least once a month, even when you've got a solid customer base, because it's a great way of reaching out to people. So what is a product launch? Well, it's when you simply invite a few people round to the home and you share the products with them, share the benefits of the products. And what's so amazing about these events is that in just 45 minutes to an hour, you can get retail sales and you can get prospects for the business. I actually joined Forever by going to someone's product launch. I didn't know it was a product launch at the time. I was invited to go along and hear about some fantastic natural products that were great for health and wellness. And I did that, went along to support a client of mine, and met Jane Leach. I didn't know she was a superstar in Forever then, and but the rest is history. I saw amazing products and heard that there was an amazing business opportunity, and that's how I was introduced to Forever. So these really are a great way of getting not only customers but also prospects for the business. So how do they work? You invite a few people around. I keep it really simple. I have my box of products, and when everybody's settled, I simply open the box, I take out one product at a time and simply share the benefits, share my experience, and share stories. As they say, facts tell, stories sell. So I simply share stories of the benefits that people have had with each of the products. The great thing is it gives people a chance to try the products. So I usually pass the aloe jelly round. That's a product that I always have at launches, and the propolis cream is another product that I would pass round. But then I just wait till I've finished talking about all the other products and then let people come and try them. What's really important is to then individually speak to each person in the room. I finished the launch by talking about the opportunity, saying just how amazing and exciting our business model is, and that if anybody's got any would like any information, then to come and ask me. And then I simply move away from the products, ask people to try them, and I go and chat to people in the room. I crouch down next to each person and just ask them individually, have they enjoyed the evening? Do they have any questions? What were the favourite products that I spoke about? What were the ones of interest? And I find out, do they work? Do they not? And so that I'm able to start to see who may be a prospect for the business. You can be really creative and have lots of different types of launches. So it could be your first launch is with your Start Your Journey box. It could be from there that you do a C9 and Fit launch, maybe a skincare launch, an infinite launch. You can really mix and match, but it's a great fun event, doesn't take very long, and on average we find that if you've got 10 to 12 people there, you're going to take a minimum of about 1 case credit to 1.5 case credits. So you can start to plan right away how many CCs you're going to do this month. You want to do 4 case credits and be absolutely sure of doing those 4 CCs, you could book 4 launches. Why not? Always good to plan ahead. Another great way of getting people to try the products or getting people to buy the products is by putting together what we call experience packs. I found that if you can get customers, if you can get people to try the products, to rub the products on their hands, to taste the products, then the products do simply sell themselves. It doesn't need us to be excited talking about them. We don't need to talk about them because they speak for themselves. So an experience pack is simply where we take 2 or 3 products, a maximum 4 products, and we put them in a bag, or if you're creative, you can put together a basket. I'm not very creative and I don't have that much time, so I just use the bag route. I'll either use a forever bag or one of the lovely gift bags that you can buy in the stores for putting gifts and presents in. So I just use one of those. And I put between 2 and 4 products in there with some literature, and then I simply ask people, would they like to experience the products for 2 to 3 days and just tell me their 3 favorites. And that's all I do. So we aim to do 2 to 4 drops a week. It's great if you can either have 4 experience packs, because there's only a few products in each, and drop them off once a week. Maybe you could have 2 experience packs and drop them off twice a week. But it's about the consistency. I do my experience packs on a Monday. I collect them on a Thursday. I get them out again on a Thursday, collect them on a Monday. So it's only 2 days of the week that I'm actually working experience packs. Again, be creative, just like with launches. You can personalize them. If I know someone's really into skincare, then I'll make skincare packs. If I know someone's into sports, if it's somebody at the gym, then I'll put sports products in there. You can personalize for summer, for winter, for babies, for back to school. We've got such a wide product range. The options are absolutely endless. Now, key to keeping those experience packs going out is to ask for a referral. And the way to do that is to, when you go with the experience pack, so you put your products in your bag, you put your marketing materials in there. I always put a product brochure, an order form, and a brochure about the business. And then I will make an appointment, ask someone to try the pack. I go along at the appointed time and I take the products out of the bag. I also make sure they're all open, because I once tried it with brand new products. I didn't take the seals off, and I found that the person didn't try the products because they didn't like to open them. So I always make sure they're open, and I go through the benefit of each product. So I take it out of the bag, I put it on the side, and then I take the bag away. So the products are there. They have to use them because they're there. They're more likely to use them because I haven't put them back in the bag. And once I've gone through the products, gone through the benefits of them, asked them to try them for 3 or 4 days, I make an appointment to collect the pack, and I will say to them, when I come back, if you can think of 1 or 2 people that you know that would also like to have some free product to try. I mean, who doesn't like free product? So if you could think of 1 or 2 people who would also like to try an experience pack, then I'd love to give you a free gift. So when I come back, I will be asking you, reminding you of that. And I find that when I go back, they've often mentioned it to a friend that they're trying these really great products and would they like to try them too. And I just give out a free aloe lips usually as a little thank you for that really important referral. So who can you give experience packs to? Well, literally everybody. Everybody you know. My daughter is a teacher. She runs her forever business alongside her teaching, and she takes experience packs into the staff room, and they've just passed them around everyone in the staff room. That's really easy to do. So your workplace, neighbours, the school playground, a brilliant place to hand out experience packs, because normally you're seeing the same mums in a morning every morning, and I found that when I hand out an experience pack to one mum, another mum will say, oh, what's that? So a great way to get more people asking to try them. So literally everyone. Current customers are absolutely brilliant people to give an experience pack to, because you'll find that, well, in my experience, I've got customers who just buy certain products. I've got gel drinkers who just buy the gel and maybe the RG. And so I'll say to them, would you like to try a skincare experience pack? So it allows you to expand their purchases. So a great way, again, of building customers and prospects. So if you can get 4 drops a week out, and you can if you plan it, it's all about the planning, then on average you'll do 1 to 1.5 case credits over the month. Will you get an order every time you give an experience pack out? No, you won't. But on average, as always, these things are about consistency. So on average, 4 drops a week, 1 to 1.5 case credits. If you don't get an order, don't be discouraged. Again, I've found that people sometimes don't order immediately when I collect the pack, but 2 or 3 weeks later, they might get back in contact and say, oh, I've used up whatever it was, moisturizer, whatever, so now I'd like to buy that one that was in the experience pack. C9 and Fit, phenomenal products, and again, brilliant for building a solid retail base, because it isn't so much about just the C9 or Fit. What I find is that if you can get someone to purchase a C9, even if they don't go onto the Fit program, you can get a customer, a regular customer for life, because they'll either stay as a gel drinker or they'll stay on the shakes. So it is about making sure that we follow up that C9 once they've had it and look for that repeat business. But often, of course, people go on to a C9 and they'll go on to the Fit program. Again, C9 purchasers are great prospects too, because they see a great result. People start to ask them, what are they doing? So what's the best way to market a C9? Well, by doing it yourself. Whether you use Facebook or you don't use Facebook, the very best way, I believe the only way actually, to market C9 is to do one yourself, because then you can share your results on Facebook. The best way I've found is to say you're going to do a cleanse. That often gets people really interested, and you might even get people to buddy up with you to do it at the same time. So say you're going to be doing it, and then share your results on day 1, day 3, day 6, and day 9. Pictures speak louder than words, and so really important to be posting photos throughout. Now, if you're a little bit shy about doing that, and I get that, I'm a little bit that way myself, I've shown photos without my head, and also within the team, we've had some really creative ways of doing this. We've had people photographing the scales on day 1, day 3, day 6, and day 9. So you can be creative with how you do your photos, but be brave. If your posts are private, so it's only your friends who are seeing them, and they'll be thrilled for you when they see that you're getting such brilliant results. If you're not using Facebook, the same applies, that people will see the difference in you when you do it, and people will ask you what you're doing, and so feel free to just talk to people to share your results. When customers buy a C9, again, you want them to be posting their results on their Facebook groups, and ask them to tag you in the post, because then you'll see the people that are asking them questions, the people that are expressing an interest, and that allows you to follow up. When you retail a C9 to anyone, the key is absolutely in the customer service, always following up. How are they feeling day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, just constantly being in touch, because it's so easy to quit. You know, it is that support network that we're looking to give to our C9 customers. And of course, the app now is just a brilliant tool to help us do that. Average case credits, well, if you do a C9, which is about half a case credit, you will definitely retail a C9 in the month. So that would be 1 cc. Average, we've said 1 to 1.5. We're being really low here, because, you know, I've got people in the team who've done a C9 and they've then gone on to sell 8, 9, 10 C9s within the month. So it is all about you doing it early in the month, sharing your results on Facebook, and you'll be amazed just how many C9s and how many fit packs that you can go on to retail from there. But we'll stick on average. If you're planning, it's good to plan 1 to 1.5. Of course, a great way of retailing is just talking to people. We normally do, don't we? We say hi, and then we ask people, how are you? Now that we're in Forever, it's really important to listen to the response and then to simply share stories. I learned very early on that people don't want to be told what they should be doing. And I was really guilty of this. I would say to people, hi, how are you? And they'd say, oh, you know, I've got a really bad back. And I'd jump in with, you need our drinking gel, or you need whatever that product would be. And I've learnt now to just sit back and listen. So I now say to people, how are you? And they may say, oh, I've got a really bad back. And I'll say, I'm really sorry to hear that. What have you done about it? And they'll tell me if they've tried anything, or if they've been to the doctors, or if they've been to a physio. And I'll ask questions. I'll say, how did that go? Have you had any benefit? Have you ever tried anything natural? Have you heard of aloe vera? And I simply share stories, because facts tell and stories sell, as I've already said. So I would say to them, have you ever tried anything natural? Have you ever heard of aloe vera? I don't know if it would work for you. Would you like to try it? Where can I get it? I can get you some. It's a simple process, but it is about a conversation. So don't be too ready to say, you need, because that's where I went wrong when I first started talking to people. A great thing to do, I found, is to carry samples all the time. Little sachets, so that you can hand them out to people. When I have the grandchildren and we take them out, I've got 3 under the age of 6, so we take them out for the day, and I get through so many little packets of aloe jelly, because with bumps and scrapes and children all around us bumping into each other and falling over, they're a great thing to hand out, as are lots of the other samples. So always have them there, and you'll be ready to make the most of every single opportunity. So on average over the month, half a case to 1 case credit, simply by always talking to people, always listening, asking the question, how are you? And simply having a conversation. So what's your retail plan? At the beginning of every month, we sit down and say, okay, what retail activity can we do this month to make sure that we're going to do our 4 cc's? Obviously, we want to do more than 4 case credits, but we achieve 4 case credits by using the products, sharing the products, and recruiting. But I want to be sure that I don't know if someone's going to join me this month or the first day of next month. So I want to be sure that my 4 cc's is in the bag. And that's where your retail plan comes in place. So I like to plan a minimum. So that would be my low. But my low is what I know I can deliver, what I absolutely am definitely going to do. And then if everything goes according to plan, then I've got a high. And so what I find by planning a low amount of cc's and a high amount of cc's for each activity, the actual cc's come somewhere in between. So we can't tell you what your low and high is, because this is your plan. It's you that needs to decide What activity are you prepared to do? And every month get that plan in place, then work that plan so that you can not only plan your own business, but help the people in your team do exactly the same thing.